On July 17, 2024, the death of a pediatric oncologist due to the bike lanes not being protected shocked the city. This raises the question, should the city prioritize the safety of pedestrians and bikers, or should they continue to promote car-heavy roads? Nicole Brunet, the policy director at the Bicycle Coalition of Greater Philadelphia, says 10 deaths have already occurred so far this year. 10 deaths that shook their organization and the Philadelphia public. Despite the progress the Bicycle Coalition has made, the roads in the city still remain accident-prone.
Many of our co-workers ride on Spruce Street, myself included, through that intersection on a daily basis. So it was very close to home, but unfortunately we do have the experience to mobilize our community, call on our elected officials to draw as much attention to that crash, as well as the other pedestrian crashes that happened throughout the city last week.
In light of the number of street-related fatalities reported since 2016, the initiative Vision Zero was created under the idea that there should be zero traffic-related deaths that could otherwise be preventable.
Vision Zero is the idea that no one should die just getting from point A to point B. The simplest way to put it is that we want Philadelphia, and really anywhere, but we work in Philadelphia, to get down to zero traffic deaths per year.
Peter Decarlois, Safe Roads Philly coordinator for Vision Zero, Philly's initiative for making its roads accident-free, reports that in light of the recent pedestrian deaths, Vision Zero is still working hard to make the city streets safer for all.
We know that speed is one of the biggest contributors to serious injuries and deaths in crashes, whether you're in the car or outside of the car. So any way we can slow people down is going to improve safety, whether it's they're reacting to the speed cameras or they're reacting to the speed cushion or speed bump that's in the road.
The city of Philadelphia, according to Vision Zero, has done work in ensuring street safety and making the streets less prone to human error.
We've only started building these kind of protected or semi-protected bike lanes in the last 15 years. We've gone from putting paint one stripe on the road to multiple stripes to these flexible posts, but it's way past time to upgrade those bike lanes to have hardened protections, curb protections. You can even raise the bike lane onto the sidewalk, expanding the sidewalk. There's a lot we can do, and a lot that other cities have already started to do. We're behind.
Shari Shapiro, head of global policy for Lime e-bikes and scooters, says that Philly transportation is falling behind other major cities in the U.S.
Quite frankly, we haven't invested as much as cities like Chicago, New York, even LA, which is known for being a car-heavy city. I think we need to say enough and really lean into bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure.
While most people are in agreement for making the streets safer, some residents and business owners say that if they make changes to the streets, that there would be less parking and driving area.
I do live just a couple blocks from here and realize that there's people who drive in a car and never bike, and it's sometimes kind of hard to park. There's a lot of people and a lot of cars.
Even after all the progress Vision Zero and the Bike Coalition has made, converting such car-designed streets to be accessible to bikers and pedestrians still remains a problem waiting to be improved.
It's interesting. We seem to get a lot more pushback before the things go into the streets than after we build them, because what happens is as you change the street and you change how people use the street, particularly doing the things that Vision Zero wants, speed cushions, separated bike lanes, corners that are clear of cars parked where they shouldn't be, the traffic moves easier.
As Peter Decarlois says, the street should be accessible for all, not just bikes and not just cars. In order to have the streets safer for everyone, the city needs to come together and agree on a concrete plan.
One of the unique things about Philly is that council members, at least the ones that are not at large, they have a lot of control over what's built in their districts. So really it's a job of educating. People drive, people ride bicycles, people walk, and we all make mistakes because we're people. The more the streets department and the city designs streets to mitigate those mistakes so that you can't have a high-speed crash that's very likely to injure somebody, as we start to do that, then things will get much safer.
This is Shari Shapiro reporting from WHYY Summer Journalism Camp.